What is going on, Bolt Nation? This is LaserBolt coming at you with another video. In today's video, we are going to be reviewing the Well of Radiance. Not only are we going to be reviewing the Well of Radiance, but I'm going to show you all the neat tricks you're able to do with this super, plus do a couple of MythBuster takes on how effective the super is against what subclasses, what it can withstand, what it can't withstand. So make sure you guys strap on your seats and get ready to dive into this review and find out if maybe you picked the wrong subclass to level up, or if you haven't picked, maybe this is the one you might want to go with. So one of the biggest issues going into Destiny 2 and Forsaken is that you get a seed to unlock a super. Now this seed only lets you unlock one super in general. Now, knowing which super to unlock, should you unlock the Arc one, should you unlock the Void one, or should you unlock the the Solar one? Well, I hope this video kind of makes you decide maybe this is the one you should unlock, maybe I shouldn't unlock it, and kind of gives you a rough idea on how OP the super is. Now, I'm going to be breaking down the other subclasses as well, but this is primarily focusing on this one in particular. So, as you guys know, we have 3 subclasses, and this is the Well of Radiance. So, the Well of Radiance is pretty much, if the best way if I could describe it, if I had to put an abbreviation to this name, I would just call it the Healer class, because it's, most of its tier and most of its traits and its synergy is conformed on healing. But not only is it conformed on healing, it is also conformed on empowering. So it's going to not only heal you, but give you more power. And let's take a look at what these perks are. So let's start off with the Guiding Flame. So the Guiding Flame is going to be your melee ability. Your melee ability is going to be able to do 2 things. Number 1, it's going to allow you to melee someone, cause a little bit of damage, but also give him a burn effect. Now, depending on how low level the person is, how much resilience, how many how much they have, the burning effect, it's going to take a lot of ticks. If the person has a really high resilience, they're going to withstand that punch and not take too much damage, but it's actually a good amount of burn that you do. But the secret about this ability is not so much its burn ability, but the ability that it gives you after you hit someone, because after you hit someone, it will also empower you, and that is where the secret lies. Because if you melee someone and you shotgun them or you pulse rifle them, the output of your bullet is going to be more powerful than the output that you would have if you wouldn't have meleeed him. Not only that, but this lasts about 8 seconds, so technically speaking, you probably would be able to melee someone and turn around and shoot someone else and still have that empowering buff to do more damage. But the neat addition of this one is if someone of your friends are near you, they will also get the empowering buff themselves, which will last 8 seconds. So you could go in there, melee someone, shoot him, and your teammate could turn around, look for someone else, and use that empowering buff. Think of it like this way. Think of it, anytime you melee with this ability, it's like you're dropping an empowering rift when you're meleeing. The next ability we're going to be looking at is the Divine Protection. Now, this one may not seem too OP, and you might think like, oh, this is kind of like a waste of tree. They probably should have added something else. But this is one of the most OP kind of grenade options that we have in the game. And the reason it's so OP is because it does a lot of cool stuff. Not only does it do a lot of cool stuff, but there's like a hidden trait. I mean, it's, if you read it, it's there. But if you don't know how to use it correctly, you might miss it and might not know that you have this trait available for you guys. So what this does, guys, it allows you to convert your grenade into a healing rift. Not only that, but it also drops a overshield on yourself and also on your teammates. So let's go ahead and take a look at exactly what I mean. So if you charge up your grenade instead of just throwing your grenade randomly, but you actually charge it up in the air, you will notice that your grenade becomes white. Once your grenade goes white, you're able to toss it anywhere you want. So for example, if I see a teammate getting hit a lot and I think he's under cover and he's under heavily fire, I could charge up my grenade, toss it to him, and that's going to give him healing, plus it's also going to give him overshield. So it's going to be like one of those things, like if I were throwing like a health pack to him type of thing, which is something I've been asking for Destiny, and this actually does that. It's one of the nicest abilities that I've seen as far as healing. I don't see too many people use the healing grenades too much often. I don't know if it's maybe because they don't know it exists or if they haven't become accustomed to it. But I think one of the most OP options of this grenade, it's activating Divine Protection while gliding to hover in midair. Now, people might not know how OP this is. But this is one of the most OP things to do. The hover ability is super, it lasts really long, so it gives you a lot of advantage. Multiple times when I've used this, I've had users looking left and right trying to figure where I'm at because I'm not coming down, I'm in the air. They're trying to figure where I'm at, but I'm hovering in the air for such a long time that they can't find me in the map. The radar will be ticking and they'll be searching, where is he, where is he, where is he? And boom, I come out of nowhere and kill him because I am floating in the air. It lasts really long, guys, and it lets you hover quite a long time. I highly suggest if you guys haven't tried it to definitely give it a try. You're going to be like, dang, this is pretty OP. Now, the next thing we're going to be looking at is called the Benevolent Dawn. Now, this is healing or empowering ally, regenerates your grenade, melee, and rift energy. Basically, what this does is if you guys use your grenade, it's going to give you your melee. If you use your melee, it's going to give you your grenade. If you use your rift, it's going to give you your grenade. If you use your rift, it's going to give you your melee. So basically, think about this one. I use my grenade, I get my melee. I use my melee, I get my grenade. I use my rift, I get my grenade. So it's just a big synergy composed in one. The more you use your grenades, the more you use your rift, and the more you use your melee, the more you will be getting all of this stuff back. And that's what makes it really OP. And last but not least, guys, we have the most powerful thing called the Well of Radiance. Now, the Well of Radiance makes you pull out your sword, thrust it down on the ground, and just give a buff to the entire world. Not only does it give them a buff of heal, but it also gives them a buff of power. And if you're running the brand new raid in Forsaken, the Last Wish, this is definitely something that you cannot live without. Even if you're high light level, even if you're low light level, this is going to make your life really, really easy. I can't emphasize how easy this is going to make it for you guys because it's going to give you that extra buff so you can output more DPS, but it's going to allow you to intake add damage. And as you guys know, in the Last Wish raid, we have a lot of enemies spawning left and right, middle, and we have ogres to deal with, we have knights to deal with, we have areas in which we require a lot of DPS, and the Well of Radiance just makes things a lot more interesting. So overall, in general, just by taking a look at these perks, highly recommend this class in PvE. But the question is, how effective is this class in PvP? Because I know you guys are wondering, you guys are saying like, Laser, I already know this class is really good in PvP. I'm sorry, in PvE. But how good is it in PvP? Well, let's go ahead and check out a couple video clips here, and I'm going to give you guys a couple tips that might change your mind on how effective this class is. Alright, so in PvP, guys, you might be saying, man, you know, this might not work because you're static all the time. But if you think of all the stuff that it allows you to do by being static and the stuff that it buffs when you're static within the well, you might want to reconsider using the super. So let's think about what we're able to do. So when we pop our rift, we are able to withstand a shoulder charge, as you guys see right here on the video. Not only that, you're able to withstand a shoulder charge, but this is one of the supers that cannot get suppressed by a suppression grenade, as you see right here. Multiple times we tried this out, you will not get suppressed by a suppression grenade. But the good stuff, what it does, it buffs a lot of things. Usually when you shoot a bow, it takes about 2 shots to kill someone. With the Radiance well, you'll be able to one-shot kill them. Not only that, but if the person has resistance below 4, you'll be able to body shot with a sniper and kill the person. Very similar to the D1 days when people used to shoot the ground to make sure they would get that one kill. If you play D1, you know what I'm talking about. Next up, guys, if you are rocking the Colony, or if you're rocking, yes, guys, the Fighting Lion, if you equip that, you will be able to one-shot people by chilling in the well. So what makes this really effective is that not only does it give you this power, but it gives anybody else that's standing within the bubble, not within the bubble or within the rift, that power as well. And speaking of bubble, if you pop this inside a Titan bubble, you'll be able to out melee a Titan inside his bubble. Yes, guys, it is pretty OP and very effective when used well. Now, if I had to give this a rating of 1 out of 10, I would definitely drop this one to a 8.5. I was gonna reach for the 9, but there's a couple things that I wish that didn't happen with the rift. The one thing that I wish that it did is that when you pop the super, it would actually cause an explosion damage or kill someone on impact, which it doesn't. Only thing that it does, as you see here in the video, it gives them a burning effect, which in turn you'll still have to be able to melee them or shoot them in order to kill him. And number 2 is, unfortunately, guys, people are able to destroy your well. Yes, you're probably wondering, I didn't know you could destroy the well. Yes, so people shoot the sword, it's gonna destroy the well, which is kind of annoying if you're kind of using it like, wait, how come it got destroyed? But yes, people are able to destroy it. Now, it takes a lot of shots to actually destroy it, but it's still destructible. I wish it would just remain as long as it's within the map. But overall, in general, I would highly recommend you guys pick up the Super. If you haven't given it a try, definitely do give it a try. If you have used it, let me know what do you guys think of it, if you guys like it or if you guys dislike it. I also have a couple recommendations of kind of exotics that you should be pairing with this one. If you guys would like to see this video, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll be more than happy to get that out for you guys. And don't forget, for all things Destiny 2, make sure you keep it locked on this channel, and I will catch you guys on the next video.